Most people get this wrong when they try to start a company in Argentina. They assume it is just paperwork, a quick registration, and they are ready to operate. But here's the truth no one tells you. Argentina has a detailed legal and tax system, and if you miss even one step, your company can get stuck in registration for weeks or even months. And here's the biggest mistake you need to avoid. Many entrepreneurs rush into incorporation without understanding the legal structure, tax identification process, or banking requirements. That single mistake can delay your entire business launch and create compliance issues later. In this video, you are going to learn exactly how to start a company in Argentina step by step in 2026. I will break everything down in simple language so even if you are a beginner, you can follow along easily. You will understand the company types, registration process, tax system, required documents, costs, and how foreigners can legally own and operate a business in Argentina. And stay until the end, because I will also show you how foreign entrepreneurs are opening companies in Argentina without living there full time, and the key mistake that causes most business delays. Let's start from the beginning. The first thing you need to understand is that Argentina has a structured but multi-step business registration system. It is not a single online form. Instead, it involves legal registration, tax registration, and banking setup at OL. So before anything else, you need to choose your business structure. The most common company types in Argentina are SRL and SA. SRL stands for Sociedad de Responsabilidad Limitada. This is similar to a limited liability company. It is the most popular choice for small and medium businesses because it is flexible and easier to manage. Then there is SA, which stands for Sociedad Anónima. This is similar to a corporation. It is used for larger businesses, investors, or companies planning to scale significantly. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most foreign entrepreneurs choose SRL because it is simpler and requires fewer administrative obligations. It is also easier to manage for small teams. But here's the problem. Choosing the wrong structure at the beginning can create tax inefficiencies and limit your ability to scale later. So you should always choose based on long-term goals, not just convenience. For example, if Alex wants to start a small consulting business, SRL is perfect. But if a company plans to bring investors or expand across Latin America, SA might be better. Once you choose your structure, the next step is selecting your company name. In Argentina, your company name must be approved by the Public Registry of Commerce. This ensures that no other company is using the same or a confusingly similar name. For example, if John wants to open a digital agency called Blue Wave Solutions, he must first check if that name is available. But here's the problem. Many beginners only check one variation of the name. They do not consider spelling variations or similar names. That leads to rejection and delays. So always prepare multiple name options before submitting. Once your name is approved, the next step is drafting the company bylaws. This document defines how your company operates. It includes ownership structure, partner responsibilities, capital contributions, decision-making rules, and operational framework. Think of it as the internal constitution of your company. Now here's where many people fail. They use generic templates without customizing them for their business. This creates legal confusion later when partners disagree or when financial decisions need clarity. For example, Jake and his partner might start a software company. If their bylaws do not clearly define decision authority, conflicts can slow down operations or block decisions entirely. So this step is not just paperwork. It is legal protection for your business. After drafting bylaws, the next step is notarization. In Argentina, company formation must be certified by a notary public. The notary validates your documents and ensures legal compliance. You will sign your incorporation documents in front of the notary, and they will officially certify your company formation. But here's where it gets important. If your documents have inconsistencies, the notary will not approve them. That can cause delays that take weeks to fix. So accuracy is critical at this stage. Once notarized, your company must be registered with the Public Registry of Commerce. This is where your company becomes officially recognized at the provincial or national level, depending on your structure. Without this step, your company is not legally active. Now here's where it gets interesting. Many people think incorporation is complete after registration. But, actually, we are only halfway through the process. Next comes one of the most important steps in Argentina's business system: tax registration. You must register your company with the tax authority known as AFIP. AFIP issues your tax identification number called quit. Without quit, you cannot issue invoices, hire employees, or open a proper business bank account. For example, if John's consulting business wants to bill clients, quit is mandatory. But here's the problem. AFIP registration requires precise documentation. Even small inconsistencies in company details or personal identification can cause delays. So this step requires attention to detail. Once your quit is issued, your company is officially active in the tax system. But you are still not ready to fully operate. Now comes banking. Opening a business bank account in Argentina can be more complex than in many other countries. Banks require incorporation documents, quit, proof of address, and identification documents for all partners. Popular banks include Banco Nación, Banco Galicia, and Santander Argentina. But here's the challenge. Some banks require in-person verification, especially for foreign owners. This is where planning becomes important. Now let's address an important question. Can foreigners start companies in Argentina? Yes, foreigners can own and operate companies in Argentina. However, depending on structure and banking requirements, you may need a local legal representative or tax address. For example, if a foreign entrepreneur from the US wants to open an IT company in Argentina, they can fully own it. But they may need local administrative support for compliance. Argentina is open to foreign investment, especially in technology, services, and export-oriented businesses. Now here's something most beginners do not realize. Argentina has provincial differences in registration speed and bureaucracy. Some provinces process registrations faster, while others are slower but more flexible. So location choice can impact your timeline significantly. Now let's talk about costs. Starting a company in Argentina involves several components. You will have notary fees, legal fees, registration costs, and ongoing accounting expenses. But the most important cost is not setup. It is compliance. Monthly accounting, tax filings, and reporting are mandatory for active companies. And here's the key insight. Many entrepreneurs focus only on incorporation costs and ignore ongoing compliance. That is where most business issues appear later. Now let's simplify the entire process so it is easy to remember. First, choose your company structure. Second, reserve your company name. Third, draft bylaws. Fourth, notarize incorporation. Fifth, register with the public registry. Sixth, obtain your quit from AFIP. Seventh, open a business bank account. And eighth, maintain ongoing tax compliance. That is the full legal process in order. Now let's go over the most common mistakes. The first mistake is choosing a company structure too quickly without planning long-term. The second mistake is using generic legal documents. The third mistake is delaying tax registration preparation. And the fourth mistake is ignoring ongoing compliance after setup. Most business problems in Argentina do not come from starting the company. They come from maintaining it incorrectly afterward. Now, here is the most important insight you need to remember. Argentina rewards businesses that follow the system properly. If you follow each step carefully, the process is structured and manageable. But if you try to skip steps or rush, you will face delays and administrative friction. So the right mindset is simple. Follow the process step by step, not fast, but correctly. Now let's summarize everything clearly. To start a company in Argentina, you choose your structure, reserve your company name, draft bylaws, notarize incorporation, register with the public registry, obtain your quit from AFIP, open a bank account, and maintain ongoing tax compliance. If you follow this process correctly, you can legally operate a company in Argentina in 2026 without unnecessary delays or legal issues. And here is the benefit. Argentina offers access to a large South American market with strong opportunities in services, exports, and digital businesses. So take your time, follow each step carefully, and treat compliance as part of your business strategy. If you found this guide helpful, like the video, Leave a comment with your questions, and subscribe for more global business setup guides like this. It helps you stay updated with real practical business systems around the world.